Hi, what you're looking at right now is Tropic Cooking, which is the book that we use very often in the show here. It's available at the local bookstores and just about anywhere where books are sold for $12.95, or if you like, you can send $12.95 into Tropic Cooking, Post Office Box 788, St. Petersburg, Florida, 33739. I think you'll really enjoy these recipes. So welcome back, and we are cooking right now with Mark Rodriguez.
The world's hottest pan.
The world's hottest pan from Jordan's Grove in Winter Park, and we are having some fun. I can't wait to try this dish.
This is so simple, and what it is I've always found that cooking with very small bowls where you can't fit anything else in is the way we're going to have to go ahead and mix these
why
up.
is that?
This is chopped tarragon, folks. You saw me with the tarragon before. I just took the leaves off the stems. Then I just chopped it finely. You can see that there it is, chopped finely, but of course, again, not very neatly.
And it's such a nice green color.
It's a nice green
always seem
color.
to get the darker tarragon.
That's because
beautiful.
This is Miriam's tarragon. Now I'm going to add a little more in here. You'll excuse me for using my hands, folks, but that is why God invented fingers. And
oh, we use them all the time here in Tropic Cooking.
And you can see the colors. Now what's going to happen is the flavor is going to infuse in there a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is clean this hand off. We're going to go ahead and slice this grouper. We're going to slice it fairly thin.
Can you get a good shot of that in the color?
Isn't that
really
cool?
nice.
We're going to add the peppers in a second. Watch your hands.
Okay, I'll watch my. I sure will with that knife.
All right, now this is enough to cook for 2 people. I'm just going to cook a smaller piece though. I like to cut things on the bias like this.
I think so many people are afraid to prepare fish. They're very fearful of cutting it,
Oh,
Mark.
that's so silly. Because fish is the easiest thing in the world. I'm looking for flour. Yes, I am, Joyce.
Okay, here it is.
Okay, now there's also something else evil in this. There's a little bit of bone in here, which
Let's
you
see
should
if we can
remove.
get a shot of that while you're, with your
see.
hands once again.
Once again, now you see what I've done is I patted most of the flour off. This is a hot smoking pan, boys and girls, and this is how it should be. It should be hot. It's going to make noise. That's the sound you want when you cook fish.
Great shot.
Well, you know, this is going to be interesting because we don't have a pair of tongs to flip these. So
Oh, well, now that you cannot do with your hands, I don't think, but I'm sure you're
No,
going to
but-
find some very inventive way.
This Darnman,
Okay.
This is a Millennium pan, by the way. This is made by Farberware. See the crust we're getting on that on the outside?
Oh, that looks very
It
nice.
looks good, but what it means is that we've also got the pan too hot. Now we're going to lower that up a little bit.
Okay, so we've got to
This is
experiment
also
a little bit with this.
This is the bottom of the fish too. Okay, so I'm going to brown the top, and then we're going to flip it over again. Then we're going to cook it from the bottom up,
Okay.
and then we're going to put it on very low heat, so that it actually looks good for when we're done. And since I don't have flippers, I'm going to use this incredible knife. This is the best knife I own, and everybody should have the right tools when they cook. And a slicing knife like this is invaluable for making things thin and for making exact portions so that you're able to go ahead and get things to look the way that you want them to look. One of the things that people always tell me is that I can never get anything to look professional. Well, it's because everybody uses the wrong tools. You can't build a house with just a hammer.
Well, that's it, and it makes a major difference, and if your knives are sharp also.
Oh yeah, they
Wow,
have to be
does that
always
look
sharp.
great?
All right, and so we got a little bit of brown on the top there. That's just the flour. Now we're going to lessen the heat a little bit. We're going to clean my hands off one more time.
Okay, while you're doing that, do we have time to take a call? We've got Caroline on line 3.
The plate.
I think she's still on. Let's see. Caroline? Oh, I think, well, I think she'll call back. She probably was waiting too long there while we're doing that. Caroline, if you're out there, please call back. We'd love to talk with you.
Now we're going to take some of this habanero. We're going to take this habanero and we're going to cut it very finely. This little bit I've got right here, if you can focus in on that, this little bit of habanero is enough. We're going to take this off the heat for a while.
Okay.
This little habanero is enough to heat up a dish for at least 5 people.
For at least 5, huh?
This is hot. This
So
is just hot, hot,
we're
hot.
just going to have a little bit of that.
That's right. We're just going to put a little bit in, but I want to cut it very finely. Just a good amount of habanero there. All right. Again, look at the color. I mean, this is spectacular color.
It's absolutely gorgeous. And like we said, if someone just tuned in right now, if they can't find the habanero pepper,
A Scotch
what
bonnet
else
will
could they?
work.
Scotch bonnet, or
Scotch
perhaps
bonnet.
what else?
You could use a jalapeno if you want. You could use a serrano chili if you wanted. You could even use a mild chili for color, like a bell pepper, or you could even use a cherry pepper, and that would give you the same color.
And something that if someone doesn't want it very hot,
That's right.
a milder pepper could easily be substituted.
Oh, darn, there's that color we were looking for. See, once again, it's getting seared on the outside. Remember what I was talking about, thick pieces. If this is a big, thick piece of grouper, it would be seared on the outside completely, but it would be raw on the inside. When I flip this over again, what's going to happen is it's going to be finished cooking. It's almost finished now. The way you can tell, folks, again, I use my hands constantly. I'm sorry, but it's just the way
that's perfectly all right, perfectly good. And we advise that because I think you can get a much better grip on things.
You can't feel things with a spoon. And what you're waiting for, this is just giving just a little bit right over here, but this is done right here. And you can feel that. You can see by the way it's fighting back a little bit.
It looks beautiful.
Fish will turn translucent. One more time here. All right, let's try this again.
It looks delicious. There we go.
These Farberware pans get awful hot. Yes, they do. This is called Millennium, just in case you're wondering. And this has like a 20-year guarantee, a lifetime guarantee for I guess the.
And this is what you use in the kitchen?
No, I don't use Farberware only because we have to use because our pans get used over and over again. They really get scratched up. For home use, this will last you a lifetime. But because we go through so many pans in a restaurant, we have to use stainless steel because our pans are just incredibly abused.
Yeah, and used so much, of course. We use a variety here. We also use Teflon quite a bit, which I like.
Teflon. I use that.
Yeah, I think it gets the pan very, very hot for whatever you're making.
Bend down just
okay, that's okay, Mark. That's perfectly.
I found this.
That happens all the time here, also.
I found this wonderful platter to be able to present our grouper on. This doesn't to be a plate.
Okay.
You can't think of everything. I forgot my plate.
It's, you're coming all the way from Winter Park, and you brought this wonderful food.
It's such a long drive, and that bridge we went over is so high. I was frightened to death the entire time. All right, now take a look. Presentation is a really important part of anything, and I'm going to go ahead and take. You can see this compote, how colorful it is, and how neat it is.
And if we can get a shot of that, that is. It's really pretty.
This is only 3 ingredients, okay? That's all it is. It's 3 ingredients.
Aha. And is this how you serve it at the restaurant?
I usually use a fork.
We do have a fork and a knife and a spoon even.
And again, I'm going to, all I'm going to do is sort of dress it up a little bit for you guys.
Don't you think so much of any type of dish is very much in the presentation?
Your eyes eat first. Your eyes have to see something, even if you're doing a simple presentation, and that looks pretty darn good.
That looks just
And
beautiful.
it's on plastic, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is.
Okay, as far as the amounts of ingredients for viewers out there that want to prepare this at home,
all right.
Give us an idea of what you use.
They saw us make this right from scratch, okay? This is one single serving right here. This is enough sauce for 2 people. I used, there's still mango in reserve right here, so I used about half a large mango. I used one little teensy-beansy bit of this pepper. If you're going to use anything really hot,
a teensy bit.
I'm talking about 1/8 of a habanero.
Just a little bit.
Unless you really like spice. I mean, I have waiters that can eat this entire thing. But you have to be used to hot food. If you're not used to hot food, then take it easy on yourself. If you're looking for color, use a bell pepper. Then we used about, maybe this much tarragon, which is about maybe 5 good-sized sprigs. We went ahead and took them off the stem. We cut them up, and we put them in with the mango. Now, people are going to probably be saying, well, that's just too simple. How can it possibly taste good? Well, let's
taste it. Let's try. And I would say a couple years ago it was hard to get the fresh herbs, but now they're available just about anywhere, aren't they?
When you bite into that tarragon, you taste the licorice, how intense it is.
You know, it's something that I wouldn't normally put with a mango, but it's absolutely out of this world. Somebody's offering us spoons, but this is fine. Thank you, Dottie, but we love the fingers.
Yes, it's spoons. And they go so nicely with our plastic plate.
It's a wonderful flavor. It's a great combination that you really want to think about at all.
We even brought some wine to go with it, and I think it's hanging around here someplace.
Yeah, we had talked about opening this before, but you said you can do this in what, 10 seconds flat almost?
I can do this in 10 restaurant seconds. A restaurant second, of course, if you've ever been in a restaurant and had to wait for dinner and have somebody like me come up and tell you that it's only going to be a few more minutes, you know that restaurants work on relative time. Einstein was a restaurateur. A minute in restaurant time is 5 minutes in regular time.
That's true. Okay, now I see what you're talking about. And what are we going to have here?
This is a Meridian Chardonnay. This is made by Chuck Ortman, who is one of the best Chardonnay makers in Napa Valley. But he's not making Chardonnay in Napa Valley anymore. He's making it in Santa Barbara. And Meridian specializes in Chardonnay, Cabernet, and also some Pinot Noir. Make fabulous, fabulous stuff.
And what's the vintage on this, 89?
This is an 89.
89? I haven't tried this. Let's try it.
We're just about to, yeah.
And if this is available in local stores also, isn't it?
It should be available in finer wine shops and restaurants, but it does have limited availability.
Okay, so we may have some people that have to go to your restaurant over in Winter Park to try this, huh?
Yes, we're pouring 3 because we actually do have a crew behind us making it possible.
And there'll be more poured after
Yes.
this, right?
There you go.
Terrific.
Oh, crystal. This is very nice.
Oh, it's very, very nice, very full-bodied.
And it goes great with the mango, because the mango, believe it or not, for all the sweetness, has a little acid of its own, which gets right into the Chardonnay.
Shall we try a
Yep.
bite of this
Try
here
off
with
this
our
end.
plastic fork? Somehow we
Somebody
rushed
stole-
into this.
somebody
Whoops,
stole my good
that's
curry
not
knife.
doing well at all.
Well,
Let's try.
there's always a solution here. There it comes.
There we go, Pat.
Yes, from out of nowhere.
Terrific. We have a great assistant here, Pat
we go.
Almert, who
Check that
who
out.
runs and finds things as we lose them. One week we lost the onion. We seem to lose something every week. This week it's
I hear
the
as you get
utensils.
older that happens.
No.
No.
Mm.
No, so if you taste that with the mango
And with the
tarragon
mango,
and everything
and
else,
oh, is this great?
then you're in like Flint.
You must try this dish.
Joyce, look, a spoon.
A spoon? Thank you so much. Great. We're going to take a little bit
Just
of a
recently
break
done.
right now to enjoy this.
Yep.
But I'd like to remind you at the time that Tropic Cooking is brought to you by the Tampa Tribune, and we'll be back in just a second.